We can go live the whole month of January.
That's
We've
crazy.
been doing a lot of stuff, but
I insisted we go live again. So here we are.
yes, here we are. I found that wrench.
You did? Was it in your pocket?
It was.
Oh my God. Anyway, how you doing? Happy end of January already. Oh my God.
If you guys don't know, we're from Philadelphia, and the Philadelphia Eagles are in the Super Bowl.
Woohoo.
And we're going to be in Vegas for the game. So we're
Which
super
is
excited about that.
Kind of a fun and interesting place to be, especially
for
Super Bowl.
Yes.
So
tonight we thought we got a lot going on. A lot going on. January was a crazy month for us. We did the Power Conference of Advanced Women in Aventura, Florida.
It was amazing.
Huge success. January 9th that took place. We had the replay video available for replay to see for purchase if you guys want to see what happened there. I think it's only $97.
And just incredible information, incredible stories, incredible people.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to put that out there.
Yeah, it was
really amazing.
Really amazing event. And then
even I was like, wow.
We're working hard on. We scheduled a retreat for June 4th through 8th, the advanced retreat in Cabo San Lucas, Mexico, at the Hard Rock Cabo all-inclusive resort. It's an all-inclusive retreat.
June 4th through 8th, right? You've already mentioned that. It's going to be an amazing experience. So think about it. You've got educational, professional development, personal development sessions in the morning, and then bucket list, group and individual activities in the afternoon.
So we're choosing these bucket list activities. I was working. I was reviewing the opportunities we have this past weekend. We can go camelback riding in the desert.
Dang.
We can take a yacht out to the Arch.
I like that idea.
We can go swimming with the dolphins.
I really like that idea.
There were some off-roading opportunities available. And then what else could we do?
I don't know. There's a bunch of music opportunities.
A bunch of music.
Like
we can make music
opportunities at the Hard Rock because that's where we're hosting the retreat. So
if
you want to find more about it, go ahead.
theadvancedconference.com/retreat. All the info is there. That's our next big the event for the women's people. And guys are invited too.
Yeah.
When it comes. So anyway, we thought we would talk about ways to increase your productivity and efficiency.
So I don't know about you guys, but I get so busy with all the stuff that I need to get done, and I get a to-do list that goes on forever. And then after I look at the to-do list, I go, how am I getting all this done?
So many things are going to play to you really importantly here.
You think so?
I put it together. I know what it is.
Yeah, I get it. So I am frequently distracted. I think that's actually like a really nice way of putting it. But I get distracted all the time. So when I'm focusing, I need to focus on what needs to get done and getting things done. I have to be like hyper focused on it, and I have to be very specific about what I need to do. So if you're like me, you're easily distracted, these are going to be really helpful for you. So you want to walk us through this, Mr. Calabrese?
Sure. So yeah, we all try to manage time. It's more like control time and take care of everything and productivity. So the first tip is plan your day. We Ashley works with a productivity coach, and her big thing is put 3 power moves on your list the night before.
Money
moves, she calls them. What do you want to accomplish tomorrow? What do you want to do tomorrow? And that's a big thing. I mean, I know we always start with the big moves. I had my 3 things today, and they got done.
Good. Yeah, I definitely have found.
Didn't get done.
Okay, well, but I mean, I definitely have found that if I start my day and plan it that morning, it doesn't quite have the same power as planning the night before.
Well, you wake up excited to do it.
That's it. It's the waking up already knowing, I've got these 3 things that I'm going to do today, and it's going to rock. I'm going to get them done. I'm going to get them, kind of out of the way, but they're also really critical toward, the business. So
you want to get yourself excited, especially if it's still January. We're still coming off of the New Year's resolutions. I'm sure not everyone out there has done what they said they were going to do, but you still try. Set your workout clothes the night before. That's one of the good things. Put them next
I
to your
was
bed.
just about to say that's one of my favorites.
And then the other thing you can do is prep your meals the day before, or at least set it up. Even if you're, I don't know how many people are going to an office anymore, but are doing something.
Well,
But
some people are, and if you've got kids and you need to get them ready for school in the morning, set everything up the night before. Get their lunches as much as you can set up ready the night before. Whatever you can do to help you get a kickstart on your day tomorrow, do it tonight. You will not regret it.
yeah, we're in the process of we're counting macros right now to kind of get more lean. If you haven't counted macros and something, it'll help you get lean in a short period of time. So I cook. I
I was
actually
going to say you can't do meals on the fly when you're doing this.
no, but you can plan when
Right.
we so doing that we eat a lot of white meat chicken doing this. So I prep extra chicken the night before and throw it in an omelet in the morning, and
It's delicious.
It's very good. So anyway,
so cool.
so what are the 3 things you're going to do tomorrow? Write them down. Get them done.
So that's what we
What are you gonna
recommend
do?
is that you write down what are the top 3 items you need to get done tomorrow.
What are you going to do tomorrow?
What am I going to do?
What's on your to-do list for tomorrow?
My to-do list for tomorrow? I have some information that needs to come in that I have to gather from some of our speakers for our next conference.
Okay.
And then I need to make some calls for people to, there's a whole bunch of conference planning that needs to happen for the next few weeks. So I am singularly focused on that.
We have a conference less than 6 weeks away,
Woohoo!
and we're traveling in between.
Yes.
We have a conference we're attending in October, or sorry, what month is this?
February.
February. We have a conference we're attending in February. So since I'm Gus the events guy, I plan events, and at one point I was producing like 80 events a year. You cannot keep 80 events a year, and some of these events that you're planning are 8 months out, and some are like 3 days from now. So I have to look at. I never know what day it is. I just always have to look at a calendar. Like, what's today?
Which is kind of fun.
Yeah, it is kind of fun.
But at the same token, no day is the same.
I always get stopped. When I do events, I get stopped out in the street, and people are like, "Oh, what event's coming up?" And I go, "I don't know.
Yeah,
what are we doing tomorrow night? I have no idea."
I'm very calendar centric. I almost have a photographic memory when it comes to if there was a conference over that date. I know what the date was, and I know when we had it, and I probably know what I was wearing and who I met. So it's like that, but we're planning
I remember hotels and hotel rooms.
Okay.
We'll walk in. I'm like, we've been here
It's
before.
true. He'll say stuff like that. I'm like, what are you talking about?
Like,
it was a different brand then, or it was a different
changed
something.
This.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been there.
You're very good at that. So number 2, may I?
Yeah, go ahead.
Number 2 is follow your plan. Tackle the tasks on your to-do list in order and complete the most important tasks early in the day. So one of the things that we've learned is, sometimes you've got something that might be a little bit more complicated, something that might take a little longer, or something that you might be just kind of nervous about. Do that one first. Get it out of the way. The one that you're maybe afraid of, or, I don't know how well this is going to work out. If you have any kind of baggage attached to it, do it first, get it over with, and then the rest of your day will seem so much easier.
Yeah, we sometimes Ashley will get late in the day and she'll want my input on something, and I'll be like, no, not now.
Done.
No, I can't think about that right now. Not Steve Jobs. Jeff Bezos was like that too. He would do all his important thinking in the morning.
Yep.
And do all the stuff he had to get done.
I definitely find I am more
crispy.
I can write better in the morning. I can think better in the morning. If we're doing something strategic, the morning is better.
Some people might have better in the afternoon or evening, whatever works for you. But stay with you, because distractions become huge. So we did the conference on January 9th. We came back the following week or whatever it was, and I got distracted by downloading video. It literally took me the entire week to get all the video from the conference downloaded, and I had all these tasks to do. And but that was the most important thing to do.
It was.
But it
had to be done.
It had to be done, and I was so angry. But anyway, I got it done.
But he got it done.
And then, so this past week was like the first week of like getting back to work, of having to get the critical stuff done that is the 9 to 5 of this job.
So I think one of the things also to manage there is, and Gus just gave his example, it's what distractions have taken you off your focus lately. So think about it. Think about the last couple of days, or just even the past few hours. Like, what were what did you say? I'm walking into my office and I'm getting this done. And then you didn't, or 15, 20 minutes later, you haven't started on it yet. For me, I will say right now, email. I'm always checking my email. I'm constantly getting alerts on my phone. Sometimes I have to flip my phone over and just not look.
But here's the thing. Let me add something in on this, though.
Okay.
Is your task important enough, or have you given it enough importance to stay with it? Because you wouldn't check your email if you were standing in front of the room
No, you're
conducting a
absolutely
conference.
right. You're absolutely right.
Here's something that happened at one of our conferences when we were fully virtual back in 2021, beginning of 2021. We were doing a virtual conference, and a tree fell and crushed our car during the conference. And literally, we had a 15-minute break, and I ran downstairs, and I was like, a tree fell on the car, and the car's crushed. And all right, we get back to the conference. Can't worry about that now. Even on a normal day, that would be the most important thing that happened. But because we were producing a conference and there were a couple hundred people live with us, the conference was more important. Yeah. And that's the importance of these tasks that you need to take. And you get these big tasks going that are going to change, your work, your thing, whatever people are relying on you for, whatever it is. That's what really counts, and you'll figure it out.
Well, I'm glad that you brought that up. So really the tip there is to determine, if a distraction comes up, determine its priority. Is this more important than what I'm working on now? Is this more important than what I have planned to get done today? If it is, obviously stop what you're doing, focus on it, get it done, and then get back to your list.
I know one thing.
Not, set it aside. It'll still be there for you later.
Ashley's got a distraction coming up later this week. No matter what she's doing, she's going to stop. Yeah. So she ordered new shoes today, and they're going to get delivered by UPS. And they're going to ring the doorbell, and whatever she's doing, she's going to stop and go get them.
I don't buy shoes very often, so this is kind of a big deal for me. And if you saw my shoes, you'd see that. What?
You don't buy shoes very often.
I don't. That's why I just said. Isn't that what I just said?
Okay.
Oh, boy.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay. I have no problem with buying shoes. I'm just saying that.
I don't think I buy them very often.
This is a big one, and this is kind of funny because
number three or
number 4.
Oh, I thought we were on number 3. Okay, number 4.
We just reduced
number 4. I thought we were still on 2.
No, number 2 was she's distracted.
Oops. My number 3 is just reduce
follow your plan.
Reduce distractions.
Number 3 is to reduce distractions. And one of the things that Oh, here's one thing. Oh, something else is number 3. This really applies to Ashley.
Oh my God, I see it right now.
You haven't seen this.
Mm-hmm.
Keep only what you're working on your desk, front and center. What distractions are sitting on your desk? Now we just did a live did a live coaching call, and then we had to switch over to to this live here, and you would not believe sitting on this desk right now that shouldn't be here, like a pair of pliers that I had to put
cool.
the thing.
I'm going to use those pliers later.
This a screwdriver, Allen wrench. This was also for setting this up. I had to clean the lens. I had to clean the lens on the camera.
The tools we need.
The tools we need to put this live, and I'm like, it's terrible right now. But anyway, what are 3 things that are sitting on your workspace right now that you need to get rid of to remove your distraction? It could even be in your kitchen.
So
me, I do a cooking. How clean is the counter when I'm cooking?
Clutter equals distraction.
Yeah.
So the more you can reduce the clutter on your desk, in your workspace, in your line of sight, and whatever you have, the easier it will be for you to focus on what tasks that you really priority need to get done. So that really was part of number 3. Number 4, I thought was really interesting
because number 4 is avoid multitasking.
Some of us think we can do 4 things at the same time,
and some of us
go ahead.
Entered the job culture. I entered the job culture in the late 80s, early 90s, and multitasking was all the rage.
It was encouraged.
It was encouraged. You were told to do multitasking.
you can do this while you're on the phone and while you're on the computer and while you're doing, I don't know, something else. But what we've learned since then is that for real, you may be able to do them, but you're probably not doing any one of them well.
Correct.
So if you want to have the best output and probably get things done faster and better is if you do them one at a time. One of the things that I learned at our advanced conference earlier this month was when Sandy was talking about the distractions, is that if you start working or if you get a notification while you're in the middle of working on something, that taking your eyes off of what you're doing, even for a second, can take 30 minutes to get you back on track for whatever it was that you were working on. And that's significant.
I have just about every notification turned off. I don't even answer the phone. If I don't have a scheduled call coming in, I don't answer the phone. I might even I got emergency people have called me in the last 6 months. We had a lot of stuff going on, and there've been emergencies, and I'm not checking it, and it can wait another 15, 20 minutes, whatever it is. Right. Until I'm done whatever task I'm working on.
I think that's wise.
I'm pretty good with that.
You are. I am not. I need to either shut off my notifications or turn my phone over.
Yeah.
Because yes, I like the shiny object.
Yeah. So go back to the multitasking. You can't do the multitasking. Even we were doing something today.
You just won't do it effectively. So
and you're like, tell me something. We were talking about something, and you're like, wait, repeat, because I lost. Because you were like doing something else. I'm like, okay.
I did, and it was, and that's what I had to realize too. Like, I'm not. I even said to myself as he was speaking, I said, I'm not fully listening to him right now because I'm trying to get this other thing taken care of. So that was number 4. Number 5 is
learn to delegate. Now, there's a couple ways to do this. If you haven't done delegating tasks, delegating things in your life, at first it's difficult.
It is,
because you have to explain how you want things done. We working through our mentors. We're on a journey to have standard operating procedures for every aspect of our business, which is basically writing a plan that you can delegate to someone else. Now, there are times that I call it the Marine way of doing things. There's a pile of dirt, and they tell the Marines that they need the dirt moved from point A to point B. And they don't tell the Marine how to do it. Even though there's a backhoe sitting there and there's shovels sitting there, and the Marines ask, can we use the backhoe? I don't care how you get the dirt from here to there, but the job is to get dirt from here from this pile to that point, from point A to point B. That's one way of delegating, and that gives freedom to the person who's taking the task. Now, the problem with that can be if the person doesn't have the skill sets or training to take that task on. And this has happened with some people that work for us.
Right.
They might fail to task. They become unmotivated because they don't know how to do it.
And they just stop. And sometimes we don't know that until, like, they don't reach out right away and say, hey, you've asked me to do this, but I don't know how. Can you show me? They don't usually do that. It's when it's due. It's like, well, I couldn't figure out how to do it.
So the proper way of delegating is to give the goal. Let's say I have somebody here that's going to take my car to the car wash for me because I don't have time to do it. And let's call him Bob. Bob, the goal is to have a clean car. The goal is not to take the car to the car wash. The goal is to have a clean car. Hey, Bob, here's what I suggest you do. The keys are in the drawer downstairs. I'll give you my credit card. Go to the car wash at whatever, Lancaster Avenue. Use the credit card. Get wash number 3. Get the car through the car wash. Get out and check the car to make sure it's actually clean when it's done. And then
that's the review process.
That's the review process. And then bring the car back to the house, return the keys, and put my credit card and receipt back where it should be. I don't even need the receipt. Throw the receipt out. I'll trust you that you need to spend more.
Now,
that's a full delegation.
Explaining that takes longer than just going and doing it yourself. Like, that's the hardest part, I think, of delegating. because it's like, if I just do this myself, it'll get done faster. But if you don't take the time to start delegating things that you don't have to be doing, then
we have
you're
a lot.
sucking time out of your business.
We have a lot of team members that are doing a lot of stuff for us now. That at some point we had to delegate those tasks to someone, and we might even have to delegate the delegation to someone else, which we have people to do that now for us. And then what's kind of cool is like when we see our work being done, I'll see ads running. I'll be like, wow, who ran that? Like, where'd that come from? It's our ad.
The moment where you realize someone else took care of a task that you used to take care of, and you're like, why didn't I do this earlier? Why didn't I delegate this sooner?
Ugh.
This is, I mean, it just frees you up, and more than just the time, the energy, the focus, like all of the things that that you have to put into each task. And here's the kicker. Can I throw this one out? Is when, again, when we were talking about like the process of getting something done isn't as important as getting it done. Sometimes, as Gus said, you're going to have to explain to somebody, here's how I do it, or here's how we do it, if they don't know. But once they start doing it, chances are pretty good they're going to find a better way to do it, or a faster way to do it, or a way that they still get the end result, the product that you wanted, the result that you wanted, and they can get it done faster, easier. And that's something that we definitely try to focus on.
We have people in our lives right now that are delegating just about everything out. They're delegating their laundry. Someone comes into their house and washes their laundry. How cool is that? And like
I'm almost ready.
Almost ready for that. Delegating their dishes. Like, someone comes in and washes their dishes.
One of the things that I saw a commercial earlier today for one of the supermarkets, local supermarkets, that does order your groceries online and we'll deliver them for you so you can spend more time with your kids. When my kids were little, that's exactly what I did. I had kind of a standing grocery or supermarket list, and I'd order every week or something. And people thought it was crazy. Like, well, how do you pick your produce? I'm like, I let them do that. Like, it's not a problem for me. At the time, it was what I needed to do to be able to run my business, take care of my kids and spend time with them. And then also get some time, some me time, because that me time would have been taken, like, oh, wow, my me time is going to the grocery store.
It's kind of funny. We actually like going to the grocery store
we do now.
But us and our whole team work remotely. And if we're not traveling, which we're traveling like 120, 140 days a year, we like to get out, get out of the office, so to say.
It's one of our few opportunities now to.
I don't think you left the house yesterday.
I did not.
You went for a run. You did leave the house.
We went. Didn't we go to Wegmans?
I don't know.
No, we didn't.
So. I don't think we did last night.
Anyway, the bonus tip.
Are we done with delegating?
I think we're done with delegating.
If you have any questions with delegating, drop them in the chat. And
think of 3 things right now that you can delegate in your life. Things that other people can do. Things that it probably feels like it would be a luxury to have somebody else do it. Cleaning your house. You don't have to be the one cleaning your house. Doing your laundry.
That's a big one for us.
Or managing your or managing your food.
Or even your work. Even work stuff.
Absolutely. We did not have virtual assistants way back when.
No, but now we have
them now, and they're yes.
Now we have team members. Like the other day, there was a problem I was spending a little bit of time on trying to figure out, and one of my team members actually just picked up the ball and took care of it, and I didn't have to ask her. And I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. So like, she saw this was a problem too and took care of it. Where I was sort of worried about it, and then I wasn't going to delegate it.
You didn't have to worry about it anymore.
Somebody else, because I delegated enough to her that she knows how to do it now. So work on the things that you're strongest at. Don't try to do the things unless you really want to learn something new.
Well, and also really look at your business and what you're doing either in your job or in your business. And if what you're spending your time on is something that somebody else could do, and it's keeping you from getting those big needle movers, those big money moves done, then it's time to delegate a few tasks.
Mm-hmm.
So I personally like this bonus tip that you tossed on here.
Good.
The bonus tip is take breaks. So if you've worked for an extended period of time without taking a break, your productivity levels will drop and your efficiency drops too. It starts to take you longer to get things done. You're probably not a fresh mindset. You probably have just, it starts to get a little backed up in the head. Take a break for about 5 minutes each hour. You can even set a timer to go off and say, okay, it's time for me to take a break. But just get up, step away from what you're working on, move around, move your body around a little bit. Move around, take some breaths, do some stretches, jumping jacks, even if it's, and go for a walk. Even if it's a 5 or 10 minute walk outside of the office. It was snowing here today, so we weren't in a hurry to run out to go for that kind of a break. But it really does refresh your whole system. And then you can, when you go back to the task that you were working on, you can get back to it with fresh eyes and a fresh perspective.
Mm-hmm. Anything else?
I'm good.
You good?
I'm good. Oh, I just want to thank you guys for joining us today.
We had a good time.
I did.
All right. We are going to sign off and